Hello friends, welcome back to part 4 of my Tesla earnings video forecast review series. Whatever order those words were supposed to have been in, pretend that I got it right. I am joined as always by my co-host Loki, who is sound asleep in bed. Let me see if I can tease him out with a couple more pieces of kibble from his bowl. He does not look interested. He's got that snarly face going. So I will just flip back to my Excel earnings projection model dated February 18th. That's today. I just finished this forecast. And I will click on the next chart here. So we've got two charts that are doing the same kind of thing. I'm going to go through those two charts during this video and explain to you what's going on here. So the first of these two charts is a graphic visualization of how Tesla makes its average dollar of revenue. So I created this chart back in, 2020, 2019 or 2020, I guess, to illustrate the flaw that was happening in the reasoning of some Tesla bears, the Tesla Q community, was trying to claim that regulatory credit sales were a large fraction of Tesla's revenue. So what I wanted to show was, hey, it's only a nickel of the average dollar of revenue. So if you take the regulatory credits revenue and you divide it by the total revenue, even back in 2020, it was only 4 or 5 cents per dollar of total revenue coming from regulatory credit sales, with more like 80 cents coming from automotive sales, excluding regulatory credits. So this is cash sales and lease sales. No, it's not. It's just cash, isn't it? Because I've got automotive leasing here in blue. All right. So the blue is the automotive leasing. Maybe I'll just walk through the rest of these real fast before I say anything else wrong. The energy is in green, and the services and other is this more teal type color. So you can see what this distribution looks like over time. What I've done is smooth these using a trailing 12-month average of the revenue so that there's not a lot of noisy, jagged movement back and forth in these bars. The trends become clearer if you show it on a 12 trailing month basis that naturally smooths the seasonality out for stuff like energy, where you'll sell less solar in the winter, that sort of thing. So yeah, you can really see how much the regulatory credit sales have fallen, even in the record quarter, which was 2022 Q1. This only was 3 cents, and it's been coming down since then, 2 cents. I've got it at 1 cent going forward, Q1 of 2023 on, unless Tesla surprises us with another reason that they can take a lot of regulatory credits revenue. It's not going to be a lot. Then you can see automotive leasing becoming a smaller and smaller percentage of total revenue. Then energy I have growing quite a lot from where it is today. So we heard Zach say on the most recent earnings call that Tesla Energy is growing faster than automotive is, and that that's expected to continue into the future. What's that look like? Well, I think it looks like this. You grow from 4 or 5 or 6 cents, which is what we saw in the end of 2022, to 8 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents, 14, 15, 16, 17 cents going forward, right? So energy becoming a bigger and bigger piece of what's driving Tesla's total revenue, growing even faster than automotive is growing. And then services and other not growing that fast. So anything that grows slower than the average is going to see its bars get shorter, and that's what you see happening with services and other. It is growing over time, it's just not growing as fast as automotive and energy are. All right, so that's how Tesla makes its average dollar of revenue. The next chart is its sister chart, showing how Tesla spends its average dollar of revenue. Okay, you've got this money that you made selling stuff. What are you doing with that money? What happens to the money? Where does it go? Well, most of it is going to go to cost of sales, right? So the automotive cost of sales here, these white bars, are the biggest ones on the page because most of Tesla's revenue is coming from selling cars, right? So the cost of producing those cars is Tesla's number one cost, right? So Tesla has been spending a little more than 60 cents on every dollar of revenue on factories that produce cars, right? That's what that says. Then orange on this chart is giving you the energy. Maybe I should have made them the same color. But that's what these are giving you. The cost of sales on energy products is going to be rising as the revenue from energy products rises. So as this goes from 6 cents to 16 cents, maybe, of every dollar of revenue, the costs will go from 4 or 5 cents to maybe 10 cents, right? So the difference is the profit from Tesla Energy. Then in yellow, we've got services and other. These are hopefully going to get smaller as time goes by, which would be good because the revenue isn't growing. So that's how you would want to see your services and other costs trend so as not to lose more and more money as time goes by. And then you've got other stuff that doesn't have revenue associated with it. So you've got research and development expenses. Those are in this color here. So you see those getting smaller as time goes by. As a percent of total revenue, remember, as the revenue grows, you don't need to increase your spending on research and development by the same percentage that your revenue grows by. And I'm not forecasting that Tesla would do that. Why would you grow your research and development costs at the same rate your revenue increases by? So you ought to be seeing operating margin improvement as research and development costs become a smaller and smaller percentage of your revenue. That's what this is showing. Then the SG&A, these are selling, general, and administrative costs, excluding stock compensation. So I've thrown stock compensation out of all of these expenses. And so that's what this darker blue is showing you. Those costs decrease as time goes by. And then we've got everything else, excluding stock compensation. These are staying a little steadier, 4 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents, 1 cent, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cents. Now, why is it growing? Because income taxes are included in the everything else, excluding stock comp. And the green bars are the non-GAAP earnings. So the more Tesla earns as a percent of their total revenue, the more they're going to have to pay in taxes. That's what you see here. So Tesla does have some pretty good deals going for taxes. Tesla's tax rate is very low and is expected to stay comparatively pretty low because Tesla is in the business of making green energy products that are eligible for rebates, such as in the US, significant incentives for producing solar, for producing batteries, for selling batteries, and for selling electric vehicles, etc. Those are going to keep Tesla's tax rate low as time goes by. But it will be a larger and larger percentage of Tesla's revenue because the earnings are going to be a larger and larger percentage of Tesla's revenue. And that is my video for today. So with that, I'll check back in with Loki. Can't even see him back here. Let me move the Loki cam over here. There he is. What's going on, Dad? Just moving the Loki cam over a little bit closer so people can see you, buddy. And I will outro and say if you've enjoyed today's video, click the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, why not go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post fresh content. like the videos in this series. And special thank you to my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Halter Ferguson Financial, and I'll see you in the next one.